Yo, they just announced the stuff for 10.6, so I'm reacting to it right now live here. Volume will be
Ahoy there!
adjusted.
Hope you're ready for a bit of plundering fun. All hands
Plunderstorm.
on deck. Time to see what ye sea dogs are made of.
Magic. Yeah, let me go back. Okay, so Plunderstorm.
Hope
The
you're
dragon riding in.
plundering fun. All hands on deck.
All hands on deck.
Time to see what
Pirates.
ye sea dogs are made of.
Magic. Mayhem. What in the world? Oh, he's back! Is this Pirate Warfronts? What the hell is going on? An exploding bite? What? This is Fortnite. Yo, those cosmetics though. Oh my god, if that's a legit mount in the game, holy shit. Oh my god, yo. I want a full... There's parties. There's a new Pepe! Yo, what in the world? Okay, so we got more here. Okay, this one's loud here. So Storm Beyond the Horizon, 60 players face off in a battle royale inspired Plunderstorm, rolling out with the weekly reset to all players with a WoW subscription. So it's level agnostic. This is a little too loud. It should be a little better. All right.
Hey everyone, welcome to Wowcast. We have a very exciting topic today,
Dude.
and with me I have two special guests.
Hi, I'm Orlando Salvatore. I'm a lead software engineer on WoW.
Hi, Bethany. Happy to be here. I'm Jeremy Fiesel. I'm Associate Game Director.
Look
on
at them
WoW.
go.
So,
I'm
what
excited.
is that black flag on the roadmap for 2024?
So when we were thinking about what we wanted to deliver to the players in 2024, what we ended up landing on was that we wanted to do something a little bit different than the things that we did previously in Dragonflight. So that's what we're here to talk about today. It's a brand new event, and we're calling it Plunderstorm.
Plunderstorm.
It is a pirate-themed, battle royale-inspired event that takes place entirely within World of Warcraft and is available for all active WoW subscribers. All that
right.
said, what do we feel like is like the 3 sentences that encapsulates the coolest parts about it?
So, Plunderstorm is World of Warcraft's take on a battle royale. It's an action-oriented game that lets you
Rosina Rathi.
customize your build and basically your
And
class
freeholds.
every single match. You'll be able to start collecting abilities through chests and by killing monsters, even killing other players.
Oh, you see,
all
you
while
just,
trying to
it's
avoid a
freaking
collapsing
fork knife.
storm that is pushing players together. Whoever is the last team standing ends up winning. And you don't need to go through a quest line, you don't need to go through any previous content to be able to access this. This is immediately accessible for anybody who's an active WoW player.
It's WoW
We expect even the
Fortnite.
most casual player to be getting tons of plunder and tons of rewards every day. You might even say that the first minute or two are really a little bit more on the PvE side of things, where you're out fighting monsters, you're collecting a new set of abilities, and there isn't a huge amount of PvP combat until later on in the match. And I think it's important that that's like the core of the game, is that plundering, getting out and collecting chests and collecting items. You don't have to be the last person standing on the map in order to get a whole bunch of rewards. Even just by dropping into the map and completing your starter quest, it gives you a bunch of rewards just for doing the usual things you would do for the first couple of
This is great.
So no matter what, you should exit that map with a bunch of plunder, even if you're not the last person standing.
Yo,
As we were thinking
thank
about
you.
what the best framework for this would be,
This
it
looks great,
just
dude.
came
I'm
to us
excited
that,
as fuck.
Hey, it should actually be an event that feels like it's a little bit outside of the main system. So we've talked and we riffed about, hey, what would be the best theme for an event like that? We landed on pirates.
Who doesn't love pirates?
Because who doesn't love pirates? It's a
I love
fun
pirates.
theme, but also there's all these different pirate crews around Azeroth, and you've got to ask yourself the question, if you're not
Yeah.
the hero of Azeroth, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis?
That's a great question.
So we're gonna actually track some of
You're
our
plundering.
civilian NPC friends and play as those characters as one of the pirate crews within Azeroth that isn't the hero of Azeroth. All of
Yo,
that
we're gonna
came
play as
together
the
to give us
crews.
this theme of Kegleg's crew and the pirate crew, plundering these relics that are being transported across the
Goblin
Highlands.
crew.
What will players see when they jump into this new event?
When players enter this new event, they're going
So it's
to
gonna
notice
be
that
Arathi.
a lot of their core things that they're used to in World of Warcraft are different. When they get into the main menu, they'll have a brand new option available to them, which is the Plunderstorm button. They click on that, that takes them to a separate menu, which shows their character and their friends list.
Yo, what the fuck? It's a whole new mode?
All through the main menu. Normally you need to go into the game to invite another player into your party, but through Plunderstorm, you're actually inviting them through the main menu. Once you're partied up, or if you want to go in solo, you queue up and load into a match. When you load into a match, you'll notice that you're invited into a pregame lobby area where you're able to try out new abilities and try different
It's a
mechanics
whole
that
new
exist within
mode?
Plunderstorm.
So one of the coolest things about designing Plunderstorm has been just figuring out where we can break the rules in World of Warcraft.
Is this gonna get us to a point? Is this gonna get us to a point where we can click classic WoW in just a WoW thing, right? So, oh my
TLDR,
god.
when you're thinking about changing up things that dramatically, it no longer made a huge amount of sense for your main character and everything associated with that character. All of your armor sets and all of the weapons and everything that you've collected over the years in your battle pets and your 36 different abilities doesn't necessarily translate directly into this game mode. We wanted
This
to
is
start
crazy.
fresh and do crazy new abilities.
So, as Jeremy mentioned, there's going to be brand new abilities that normally you wouldn't see on classes or characters in there. Because when you're thinking about developing a warrior ability, you want it to feel very warrior-esque. Or you're developing a mage ability, you want it to feel mage-esque. Well, this, you don't have a class.
You're
actually
just
gonna be
freaking
building a brand new
freeballing.
kit every single time you're going into a match. And your builds may vary
You're just
match
a
to match
fucking
because it all
pirate.
depends on what drops for you in the match. Even
I
things
gotta
like
be king of the
auto attack
pirates, dude.
doesn't work like how it works normally in WoW. It's going to be an active ability that you're constantly using to attack enemies. One thing that's just baked into your experience is that you're going to have a health pot that's always persistent. And we've slimmed down the UI.
This is
going
gonna
to
be the only battle royale
to
I
the
play.
12 buttons on your main action bar, then you have a bunch of other action bars
Yes.
you can enable. Well, this actually only has 7 total buttons that you can press on an action
Yo,
bar.
controller
When you loot
support.
an item, it doesn't go to your bag. You don't have a separate frame that you're
It's
opening.
perfect for this.
Everything gets put directly onto your action bars, and then from there, that's also your spells. To be able to cast spells,
I'm
drop
blown
abilities,
away.
pick up abilities, all to one singular action bar without needing to manage anything else. So we've really streamlined and simplified the experience.
That whole thing, I think, ends up feeling just wildly different than the way
It
World of
is-
Warcraft
it
plays
is
right now. And not
so
only is it
different.
action-oriented combat, but you're grabbing your abilities from the ground and then putting them on your bar. You can swap the 4 different abilities as you find new and
This
cool
makes
things, or
it-
that you find certain synergies that work really well together.
This literally it perfectly explains why this is limited time. They're not just gonna put this in the game and be like, yes, forever. They need to see how this goes. Holy shit, though, this looks so good.
And then
Holy
there's different rarity
crap.
to the abilities too, so you can get everything
would
from
not have
uncommon,
expected
rare,
this.
all the way up to epic levels of these abilities. You get higher level abilities as you progress in the match, but you may also just get one really early in the match, get super lucked out, and you get epic fire whirl right at the very beginning, and then you can go and wreck some people.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I think that makes it super replayable. Not only do you get a kit of abilities that are always going to feel different
is
in every
PvP.
match, but also how the power curve changes is also going to feel pretty
But
different.
you
every
get
match,
loot
too.
either way.
Yeah, we've experimented around with a lot of different spells and abilities, things that normally we couldn't do in World of Warcraft, and that's intentional as well. We want to make sure that when we're coming up with these brand new abilities, that they feel fresh, they feel awesome to press. It's not just about the min-max, but sometimes it's about the impact, oh man, I'm using an ability and this is just the most awesome ability I've ever seen. That's the type of stuff we want to inspire players to kind of jump into the next match and find even more cool stuff.
And you can strategize. One of the reasons why I like playing duos is because it almost feels like you get twice as many abilities,
Oh,
and you
true.
can strategize. You're going to be the fire pirate, and I'm going to be the Arcanosphere pirate.
So do solo players and duo players play together?
So the way it works is we have all duos in a match and all solos in a match.
Okay, good.
Duos, you can also, preform a party with a friend and be able to get into the match with them as well.
I think that it would end up being a little unfair to have solo players on the battlefield with duo players, because
Yeah, it
duo
would.
players
Good,
have
good,
coordinating.
good. They're already
coordinating
solving that.
responsibilities. It made it really easy to use the ping system in game, so that it's really easy for you to communicate even if you're not talking with your partner. So they would already have an advantage, and we wouldn't want to disadvantage our solo player like that. I think that duos also
that's
has the
amazing.
revive mechanic too, which is super cool, especially if you're a player that dies first, like I tend to.
Me too.
then
We
your
shouldn't be
partner
on the
can
same
come
team
and
then.
revive you. Absolutely
that would
not.
be
I'll
good.
be on Orlando's team.
So if your partner dies, you are able to revive them, but you're not reviving them the normal way you would revive a player in WoW. So you don't need to press any extra buttons or
Alright.
collect any spells that
Puts
or
it-
items
pour
that
one
do
out.
this. This is actually just something that is kind of
pour
baked
one
into
out.
the experience. That if you die, you'll have a ring around you. Your partner can stand on you, and then you'll get revived and able to play the game again.
He's pouring one
Normally
out for
in
the
World of
homie.
Warcraft, when your character dies, you're looking at your character's corpse.
I got
and
you,
seeing
bro.
a release button on there. Well, with Plunderstorm,
Yes.
we knew that you wouldn't be able to release. So what are you going to be doing, looking at your corpse the whole time? Well, the engineers, got together and they decided, hey, let's add spectating mode to this. So once you die, you can actually spectate your teammate until you're either revived or, unfortunately, eliminated.
Are
And
you
once your team
kidding
eliminated,
me?
You can spectate anybody on the entire map. So we wanted to really make sure that we're kind of introducing new things.
They are
WoW that
literally
wouldn't
changing
exist
the
in,
game.
Dragonflight or in Classic or another variation of WoW, and make this pretty unique to Plunderstorm.
In a
There's
big
other things
way.
that we kind of broke the rules on too, which was there's no fall damage.
And everyone can double jump.
Everyone can double jump.
Double
And
jump.
Just
people
things
love
that we
it.
thought were fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
and
Yo!
things that we can't do in World of Warcraft, and that's intentional because that's built around a very different experience. But here, we
You're
said,
a
well, we
fucking
love
pirate.
WoW's combat, but we want to change up how you interact with WoW's combat, and we wanted to not only make it different for fighting other players, but also fighting monsters. All the monsters have a different type of abilities that they're going to be able to attack you with. These aren't your normal just auto attack abilities whenever a mob gets
Oh
on
my
you.
God.
These
Oh
are gonna be
my God, this
actually
is
telegraphed
amazing.
abilities that you're going to see cast in front of the
I'm so
monster and be able to
excited.
sidestep it.
Okay.
So there's actual mechanics tied to all of the monsters that are in the match as well.
Like everything has become kind of more action-oriented combat, and that's one of the things we can accomplish when it's all encapsulated.
Dude, I'm glad they kept this a
On
secret.
top of that, I think a really cool part of this mode is that there's
This is
multiple
huge.
layers of how you play it. So there's not only the spell acquisition, which we talked about, but also you're leveling through this experience as well. You're getting more health, and you want to get that so that you hopefully by the end of the match have enough level under your belt and enough
Dude,
items
this
under your
makes
belt
me
that
think
you
of
can
those
come out on top.
Warcraft 3 battle
I want to
arenas.
know what rewards can I get from Plunderstorm, because I'm a huge collector and there's got to be something cool. It's Plunder.
Yes!
Oh yeah, no, we've got a ton of rewards, a ton of intentionally pirate-themed rewards coming your way in Plunderstorm.
Oh my God.
There's 40 renown levels that you can get with Peg Leg Spear, which seems like a lot,
We
but you're going to
grinded.
zip through them pretty quickly. We want this to feel super, super rewarding, so expect to get a renown level, every 4 or 5 matches, at least a renown level a day for even your casual gamer. Every renown level that you level up has a
Good.
reward associated with it. Everything that you unlock in this mode is also going to unlock in your transmog set for all of your main World of Warcraft characters. And then there's a couple of classic rewards in there as well. If you're a World of Warcraft classic player, you can get a pet and a mount from this.
Is there anything you're doing to make Plunderstorm fair for all players?
One of the things pet and a
Hold
mount
up.
from this. There's a couple of classic rewards in there as well. If you're a World of Warcraft classic player, you can get a pet and a mount from this.
Is there anything you're
They're putting the pet and the mount for classic. Retail better get. I'm assuming retail also gets this. But that is fucking amazing. I think they're gonna integrate classic into
doing to make
this.
Plunderstorm fair for all
Hold
players?
up.
One of the things we started discussing
I'll
early
talk about it
on
later.
was whether or not we would support add-ons or try to put the majority of the information players were looking for in the game world and in the mode.
Yeah, World of Warcraft players are some of the smartest players in the world, and we're super excited for our players to check this out. One thing that we knew, though, is that we wanted a level
No
playing field
add-ons.
for all players to be able to play with. Third-party add-ons are awesome, and they're super cool to see, and what the community comes up with is amazing. But for this, we really wanted everybody to have the same exact
Yo!
experience, which also made it challenging
no
to make
add-ons,
the
it's fair.
event as well, because we need to make everything super obvious. When you're casting spells or you're attacking
Oh
enemies,
my God.
those things,
Hopefully they have.
we won't have any assistance from any other add-ons, so we may need to make the game really streamlined and approachable in that way.
We've really spent extra time iterating on the UI
Yeah,
and the
that's what I'm
UX, the
saying.
visual effects in game to make sure everything is as clear as possible.
Is Plunderstorm a reoccurring event?
You know, we're really looking forward to seeing what players think of this event. It's a
Hopefully
brand new thing
there's
for us. It's super unique and
accessibility
cool and different.
stuff.
And depending on player feedback, we will see what
my
the future
God.
of Plunderstorm looks like. We would love to bring it back in some form. If you like Plunderstorm, you know, please get on the forums, please get on social media. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you would like to see in a future iteration of it. I think importantly, now that we've got all this great backbone tech set up for creating these sort of in-game events, we can definitely look forward to making more in the future. So let us know what you think.
Feedback is super important for us. It's actually something that we take very seriously, not only
Hold on. Sorry.
externally, but also internally. And we want to make sure this is a fun experience. So just like Jeremy said, get on the forums, get on social media.
This is
Let us know
great.
what you think.
I am so
This is
excited to play
great.
Plunderstorm, and I'm sure all
I
of you
can't
are
wait
as
to
well.
play.
Thank you so much for joining
Holy
me.
shit.
Thanks, Bethany. It was great to be here, and we will
Oh
see you in the
my-
Plunderstorm.
Oh my gosh, see you guys
Oh
next time.
my god! This is amazing! This is fucking amazing! Yo, I'm glad they kept this a secret, because I wouldn't have wanted people fiddling around with this shit. This is literally in 4, oh, maybe like 3, so like 6 hours, whatever. We're gonna be able to load up, and we're dropping in the Plunderstorm. And this is what I'm fucking talking about. Look at this. So on the character screen, you would have this clicked. You click over to here, and then you load up. What's to stop? What's to stop? WoW Dragonflight, WoW Classic, WoW Season of Discovery. Are we going to get the full integration? And if this mountain pet carries over to Classic, are we going to start seeing some more stuff moving over and backwards? Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is huge. This is huge. But I cannot wait to test it. So far, this is everything posted here. Let's refresh. Dude. And there's drops today. This is so fucking exciting. I'm so fucking excited, dude. I cannot wait to be a pirate. This is great. I'll be streaming this later today when it's up. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.